It's a party one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
It's week 4 of the 2022 season. And coming up, we'll see David Montgomery. It was a nice showing in last week's contest, 143 yards. It's the Bears and the Giants, and it's all up next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who has overcome plenty of adversity to forge a 12-year career. Former Virginia Tech Hokie, it's Tyrod Taylor.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And he's taken down, back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor. That'll be taken. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
And here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, Taylor. And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they look to cash in. Excellent field position. 4-yard line, first and goal. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Following the fumble recovery, Fields flushed it, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. His third rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone. One
play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. On second down, here's the option. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On first down, it's Taylor. Pass caught. It's Galladay on the out route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Taylor to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack by Robert Quinn.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor to the right and complete to Galladay. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Taylor. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the 50, here's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, this is great work by a quarterback here. He's doing anything he can to avoid taking a square hit. I admire the way he worked his way through the initial contact and then continued downfield for good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. We'll get this up to about the 44. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets him to about the 44. This running game is certainly important for them, and they know well it helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. He's got it to the 43 here. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. From the 29. The Bears and the Giants both looking to improve their passing games in 2022, that's for sure. Last year, the Bears ranked number 30 in the NFL in passing yards. The Giants actually one spot worse at number 31. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. And now out come the Giants. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Kadarius Toney really created headlines with a 10-catch game as a rookie, but couldn't stay healthy enough to build on it. Still had over 400 yards in his first campaign and should blow by those numbers with a full season in 2022. Nice first down pickup for the speedster right there.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 57 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Taylor. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Toney. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now it's Taylor. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick six. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds on the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. And he rifles one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and his early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. After one, 17-7 is our score. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. The Bears at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
On first down, it's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
Montgomery.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Now it's Fields. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now Taylor on first down. And that's complete to Shepard. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Taylor. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. The Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. From the 30 on second down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
First down, Chicago.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. They'll roll him out right. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And they run the option on second down. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Fields. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Kyler Gordon in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Taylor. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That's
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This is a 26-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. .35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. To throw is Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. O'Shane Zimenez coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Taylor. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Holding, offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. Fields now to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And here's Trenton Gill now. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Taylor to Barkley on the check down. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. On the return is Pettis. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And the Bears going to get 1 more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get things started in the NFC. Seattle paying a visit to Detroit. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Drew Lock, 2 touchdown passes thus far. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. David Bell, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic. See what's happening over in London, where it was the Saints serving as the home team who were able to come away with the victory. Jameis Winston, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Giants, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Fields going to keep it once more. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. On 2nd and 9, Fields. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Fields. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Read option. Here's Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start, when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Taylor throwing deep for Galladay. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Flush to his right. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Brandon, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, it's a really important pickup there.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Completes a Mooney on the slant. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Montgomery back to the ground. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Here's Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And possession switching back to the New York Giants. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Taylor. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Taylor will throw. Open man right side is Tony. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Taylor. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gano's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Onto the field now come the Bears. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. And defensively, you're going to have some guys with hands on hips looking to the heavens right now. You've got a fairly clean shot at the quarterback here, but he's able to worm his way out of that initial contact. And not only that, he's able to hot-foot it downfield for good yardage. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Azeez Ojulari getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly. And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Taylor. And my goodness, another interception.
picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On first down, it's Fields. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On first down, Fields. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And New York set to take the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. They'll start with the option. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On third down, Taylor. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. A handoff. Barkley running left.
Saquon Barkley on the carry. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Giants on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11. Now Taylor. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Barkley, inside handoff. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Taylor to throw. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging and blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. To throw is Taylor. And complete right side to Cook. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Over the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On first down, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And Taylor will slide to a halt with a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Taylor's throw caught by Tony. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now it's Taylor. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game. And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here. Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Bears, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.